The story begins 65 years ago, when the world was almost wiped out by nuclear war. Electricity and all communication systems collapsed overnight. Humanity entered a dark and desperate era. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, a scientist discovered the Genesis tree. Its magical flower contained enough energy to power the entire world. With this power, humans slowly began rebuilding civilization. After the discovery, every Genesis tree was placed under government control. Following the nuclear disaster, 90% of children were born with genetic defects. To fix this, scientists fused the flower's essence into human DNA. As a result, every child began to develop a special ability before birth. Some were born with extraordinary hearing, while others had enhanced vision. These gifted people were called genetics and lived privileged lives. However, around 10% of the population could not accept the flower due to weak immune systems. They were labeled specials and forced to do low-level jobs like cleaning and maintenance. The scene then shifts to Chloe at the Genesis Institute, posing as a student on a class trip. Her partner Leon, confined to a wheelchair, is disguised as a cleaner. While everyone is distracted, Leon uses a device to unlock a secure door. He enters a restricted area and checks a map to locate nearby guards. He notices two guards standing close together. Leon sends a small toy mouse toward them. The guards chase it and capture it. The mouse releases sleeping gas, knocking both guards unconscious. Leon takes their keys and moves to the ventilation system. He connects a gas tank and releases the sleeping gas through the vents. The gas spreads through the building and puts the scientist to sleep. Leon puts on a mask and attempts to break into the laboratory. However, the access code fails. He contacts Chloe and asks her to find the correct code. In the main lobby, Chloe overhears a group of boys talking about the specials. They claim that the specials should be killed. Chloe confronts them and a fight breaks out. The boys continue provoking her as the situation escalates. A guard rushes in to stop the chaos. Chloe pretends to be helpless and secretly steals a notebook from the guard's pocket. Inside the notebook, she finds the correct access code. She immediately sends the code to Leon. With the correct code, Leon successfully enters the lab. He pulls out his mother's old watch. The watch carries the message, "We are all one. We are all equal." Reading it fills Leon with determination. He pulls a lever and opens the machine. Inside, he sees the Genesis tree. Leon grabs an old weapon and starts smashing the glass container. As he reaches for the flower, the tree suddenly fires sharp spikes. At the same time, an alarm begins to blare. Despite the danger, Leon secures the flower inside a blue capsule. An announcement declares that the building is entering lockdown. Everyone is ordered to evacuate immediately. Chloe wanted to wait for Leon, but the guards forced her to leave with the other students. Fortunately, Leon managed to get out just in time. Outside, Leon intentionally bumped into Chloe and knocked her teddy bear to the ground. He secretly hid the capsule inside the teddy and handed it back to her. When the guards searched Leon's pockets, they found only a watch. They mocked the words engraved on it and called Leon a freak. One man carefully inspected all the students, yet he never suspected the flower could be hidden in the teddy. Later, Chloe and Leon stood on the street watching the news on a large screen. Senator Frank addressed the public, saying that the flower could be used even after birth. Soon after, the famous singer Mira appeared. She announced that she would offer a free tour of the district for the powerless, so everyone could live together. After transforming, Lynn told Chloe that politicians and celebrities only create drama. She said they never truly care about people like us. Moments earlier, a poor man had been pushed out of a food store on the street. They then noticed a cleaner wiping words off a window. The message read, "Death to the genetics," showing that not everyone welcomed those with powers. Meanwhile, Mira's manager warned her that the situation was becoming dangerous. The special district, where the powerless 10% lived, was already unstable. Large crowds were expected, so the autograph session needed to be canceled. Mira became upset and refused to back down. She said unity would never come that way. She insisted on standing in front of the people and making them feel accepted. When Chloe and Leon prepared to return home, guards at the special district gate checked their IDs. Leon went shopping while Chloe watched a televised interview with Frank. Frank claimed he had developed a medicine that could give powers to the powerless 10%. He said they could now become just like everyone else. Chloe felt excited hearing this, but Leon said it was all a lie. The two then returned to their small workshop. Chloe grew plants there while Leon built mechanical devices. Leon extracted energy from special flowers to create advanced prosthetics for amputees. These devices allowed people to live normal lives. The money from his clients covered their daily needs. After finishing his work, Leon received a call from a man in the genetic district. The man said he needed something repaired. Chloe refused and said they never traveled for repairs. She insisted the client had to come to the shop. When Leon heard the man would pay 3 times more, he agreed to go. Chloe was frightened because the job was illegal. Leon explained that he knew every route and guard position. He said he could sneak in without being noticed. They arrived at a high-end restaurant. A cook led them inside through the back entrance. The cook, like Leon, wore a mechanical suit that helped him walk. Despite his condition, a gang known as the Anti-Genetics suddenly stormed in and cut the power. Leon finished repairing the suit. The cook said he would check what caused the outage and also bring back the payment. Soon after, the gang began tearing through the restaurant. They targeted and killed people with special powers. Within minutes, tables were smashed and bodies covered the floor. The gang leader then started writing a message on the wall. Moments later, the cook stumbled back into the kitchen, covered in blood. With his final final breath, he warned Chloe and Leon about what was happening outside. He then collapsed and died. Chloe and Leon tried to escape, but the back door was locked. They realized they would need a clever way out. Leon asked Chloe to help him wear the cook's mechanical suit. A few minutes later, 2 gang members entered the kitchen. They only noticed the cook's body, as Chloe and Leon stayed hidden. The men talked while writing on the wall. They mentioned a small show planned for tomorrow and a bigger operation the next day. One thug suggested making changes to the plan. The leader threatened him with a knife and ordered him to stay quiet. As they left, one of the men dropped a piece of paper. Chloe quietly picked it up. Soon after, police sirens were heard and the gang fled. Suddenly, Leon lost control of the suit. The suit forced him upright and slammed him onto the counter. 2 gang members rushed back toward him. Leon fought them using kitchen tools and boiling water. During the struggle, the leader's skin swelled and revealed his true face. The thugs pinned Leon down, but Chloe jumped in to help. Leon threw flour into their faces and made a final move to escape. He grabbed Chloe and ran toward the exit. Using the suit's strength, Leon smashed through the door. They managed to escape outside. Leon struggled to walk in the damaged suit. Chloe guided him into a nearby alley. Police vehicles passed by without noticing them. Chloe realized the suit's leg was broken. She supported Leon as they made their way home. The next day, reporters covered the incident across the city. Security camera footage soon revealed images of Leon and Chloe. The media began spreading rumors that they were part of the gang. All the gathered information was sent to the authorities. Captain Hughes from the Special Forces appeared on the news. He stated that the district for powerless people had become a center of crime. He announced that a raid on the special district would happen soon. Leon and Chloe were horrified when they recognized him. He was the same gang leader whose face they had seen during the fight. Chloe opened the paper she had picked up earlier. It turned out to be a flyer for Mira's concert. A small map was hidden inside it. They realized the gang planned to attack the concert and frame people like them. Fear took over as Leon began packing to leave the city. Chloe stopped him and said they had to warn everyone. She reminded him that they were the only ones who knew where the attack would happen. She said many innocent lives were at risk. She asked him if they could really walk away and let that happen. Leon asked what a man with no movement in his lower body and a 12-year-old girl could possibly do. Hearing this, Chloe burst into tears. She called him a monster and ran away. Leon was unable to stop her. A flashback then shows a young Leon sneaking into his father's office. He secretly searched through his personal file. There he discovered that he was classified as a special. When his father realized the truth, he immediately confronted him. Back in the present, Leon remembered those painful moments. He looked at his mother's watch and made a firm decision to act. A few hours later, Chloe returned. She found Leon adjusting his mechanical suit. She helped him put it on properly. Leon slowly moved his arms and legs to test it. He declared that he would capture Hughes and force him to confess. Leon built weapons for himself using scrap materials. He showed Chloe that the suit was strong enough to bend iron. Chloe noticed special wiring inside the suit. She quickly began creating a chemical solution to activate the suit's weapons. At the same time, Mira was performing at a concert in the Special District. The crowd went wild the moment she appeared on stage. People pushed against the fences as security struggled to control them. After the concert, Mira prepared to board her bus. Guards suddenly stopped her. A rebel truck arrived, and the gang began painting messages on the walls. Hughes threatened Mira and ordered her to stay quiet. At that moment, Lin appeared wearing a suit and mask. He jumped down from a balcony and launched an attack. Chloe's chemicals caused plants to grow rapidly inside the suit. The gang mocked this strange reaction. Lin then turned the plants against them. One man collapsed after inhaling gas. Another was trapped by twisting vines. Chloe shouted to Mira from a stolen car. Meanwhile, Lin fought Hughes and his men. At first, Lin landed several powerful blows. Soon, the entire gang surrounded him and pinned him down. Chloe rammed one of the attackers with the car. Lin used the opening to escape and jumped inside the vehicle. Mira began screaming in panic. With no time to explain, Chloe drove off immediately. They reached their house quickly and locked all the doors. Outside, the gang searched the streets for them. On television, reporters announced that someone had attempted to kidnap Mira. They said an unknown hero had saved her. Inside the house, Mira noticed Leon's injuries. She treated his wounds and revealed she once wanted to become a doctor. Chloe drew Leon as the flower hero. Leon disliked the drawing. Mira reassured him that it did not matter. Leon then revealed the truth about Hughes to Mira. Mira said she wanted to return home as soon as possible. She mentioned she had an event with Frank at the family center the next day. Leon suspected that Frank would be the gang's next target. They had attacked Mira today. That meant they would certainly go after Frank tomorrow. The gang opposed enhancements, meaning any changes made to people after birth. They believed that a person should remain exactly as they were born. Mira wanted to alert the police about the danger. Leon refused because Hughes was also a police commander. They decided to come up with a different plan. The next day, Mira and Leon visited a family planning center. They pretended to be a newly married couple who wanted to have children. Because Mira was famous, she told the doctor that she had not made an appointment. She said she had also kept her marriage secret to protect her family from the media. Leon somehow convinced the doctor to give them a tour of the facility. During the tour, Leon cleverly stole a key. He then distracted the staff by saying that Mira would perform for everyone. All the staff members were gathered into one room. At that moment, the anti-genetics gang arrived. Leon confronted them in the lobby. The goons attacked him immediately. Leon fired gas bombs that melted their masks. At first, Leon fought well. However, there were too many attackers. They pinned him to the ground and began beating him. Hughes removed his mask and repeatedly punched Leon in the face. Suddenly, Frank's security team arrived. The goons quickly fled the scene. Mira explained that she had called Frank for help. She knew there were too many attackers for Leon to handle alone. Leon asked why the guards did not chase the gang. Frank replied that Leon was more important to them. It was then revealed that Frank was actually Leon's father. Chloe was completely shocked by this revelation. She realized that Leon had lied to her, claiming his father was dead. Angry and hurt, she ran away. Reporters soon arrived at the scene. Frank instantly switched into his political role. He announced that his son was proof of the growing gap between genetics and those unaffected by the fuel. He urged people to vote very carefully the next day. A week later, it was announced that Frank's project had been approved by most of the public. Many buses entered the special district. Poor residents were transported to a medical camp outside the city. After treatment, they were promised freedom from their limitations. Because of this, the special district would be opened. Everyone would now live together without restrictions. At the medical center, Leon asked Frank where Chloe was. Frank replied that they were unable to find her. When Leon brought up Hughes, Frank avoided the subject. He told Leon not to worry and said he only wanted to treat him. Leon reminded Frank that when he tried to treat his mother, she died. He asked if Frank remembered that. Frank apologized and admitted his mistake. He revealed that Leon's mother had left a letter. Frank said he had been afraid to give it to Leon. By the time he found the courage, Leon had already left home. Leon opened the letter. His mother apologized for having to leave him. She wished for Leon to grow into a good man. However, she feared that the anger inside him would consume his heart. She worried that it would turn him bitter. He told him to learn how to forgive people. He said no one stays with you until the very end. Reading those words, Leon broke down in tears as memories of his mother came rushing back. Mira arrived and gently took Leon outside to get some fresh air. While walking, Leon suddenly saw Chloe. He immediately apologized to her. Chloe could never stay angry with her brother for long. Leon then revealed the truth. He said Frank was the one who had orchestrated all the attacks. Frank did it to push his project through and get it approved. However, before exposing him, they needed solid evidence. Chloe came up with an idea. She borrowed a camera from a man who had an eye prosthetic. Meanwhile, doctors announced the name of the next patient. At the same time, Chloe secretly crawled through the lab vents. She began recording everything. Inside the lab, Hughes and Frank were talking. Their conversation clearly revealed that they had planned everything together. While sedating patients, Frank explained his true plan. He wanted to remove a specific gene from their brains. He planned to inject that gene into people with special abilities. Frank called it the next stage of human evolution. He claimed it would make them stronger and forever young. He openly admitted that he did not care about the powerless or the disabled. To him, they were only tools for extracting the gene. After recording everything, Chloe played the footage for everyone in the tent. Mira broke down in tears. She apologized to all the specials, saying she had no idea this was happening. Leon repeated his mother's words. He said they were all equal. He said they had no flaws. He said they were human too. His words ignited anger and courage among the crowd. Leon demanded his suit at any cost. Chloe replied that she had already stolen the storage keys. The next day, Frank arrived at Leon's room with several nurses. They were there to treat him. Leon was already wearing his suit under the blanket. He suddenly grabbed Frank and snatched the injection from the nurses. Frank claimed he had done everything for his son. He said he only wanted to cure him. Leon called him a monster and nothing more. Leon locked Frank inside the room. He took ammunition from Chloe and rushed toward the security room. Leon fought the guards and knocked them out one by one. One guard managed to hit the alarm button. The alert spread throughout the facility. Meanwhile, Chloe connected the camera to a computer. She sent the entire recording to the police as evidence. Before Leon left, Mira kissed him. She told him to promise that he would come back. At the tent area, Hughes arrived with his gang. Leon and the specials surrounded them. A massive fight broke out. The specials fought using pots, pipes, and everyday tools. Despite being unarmed, their numbers made the fight evenly matched. Leon's suit gave him the strength to battle multiple enemies at once. Hughes then called for backup. More armed men arrived at the scene. Several specials fell during the clash. At the same time, Leon faced Hughes alone. After some time, Hughes knocked Leon to the ground and Leon tried to escape. In the security room, a man suddenly grabbed Mira by the throat. At that moment, a special rushed in and quickly killed the attacker. The computer finally finished uploading the footage. Chloe immediately called the police. Meanwhile, in the lab, Leon was crawling for his life. Hughes attacked him from behind. They began fighting among the tables and control panels. Leon opened the Genesis chemistry chamber and threw an object at it. The glass cracked on impact. Hayes grabbed Leon, struck him again, and slammed him into the machinery. The glass shattered completely. Hayes was about to kill Leon. At the last moment, Leon plucked a flower from the Genesis tree. He already knew that removing a flower would trigger the tree's defense. Sharp spikes shot out instantly. They pierced Hayes' face and brought him down. Soon after, the police arrived. They arrested all of Frank's men. They also recovered a large amount of evidence. Chloe and Mira rushed to Leon. This time, Leon stepped forward and kissed Mira. A week later, news channels exposed Frank's horrifying plan. People claimed that a masked man had saved everyone. Some rumors suggested that he was Frank's son. The police officially denied those claims. Frank himself had managed to escape. Soon after, the government ended its segregation policy. Everyone was finally given equal freedom. People could now go anywhere without restrictions. During these events, Mira's voice was permanently damaged. She could no longer sing. Despite this, she was happy living her life with Leon. However, Frank was still on the run. In the final scene, he is shown watching his son from a distance. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel.